Every single day of my week, I spend time trying to help you guys get better at golf, whether it be in-person lessons here at the Bristol Golf Club in the UK, online through the Skillist coaching app, or creating content that hopefully will resonate with some of you and help some of you. But one thing I think is really important is keeping my own game in check, or getting my own game in check through some swing changes. Because I feel like as a coach, making swing changes for myself helps me appreciate and remember how difficult it is to make those swing changes and get better at this game. And one of the key areas in my golf swing that I'm trying to improve on is my understanding of my own wrist angles. I often get a little bit disconnected on the takeaway, which prevents my rotation of my kind of upper body and my core to be as full as I think it needs to be, which then makes me compensate by hinging my wrists to open the club face to help me get higher in my swing, which therefore means I've got to manipulate my way down. Now, over the years, I've got better and better at manipulating it, but one thing I've noticed this year is with less time to play and practice, I've got 2 kids, a wife, a job, a couple of jobs, it's harder to practice. Therefore, in my golf swing, the more manipulations that I have to make, the harder it is to maintain my good timing. And this is where having a better mechanical movement is going to help me when I play a little bit less, meaning I won't need to make as many manipulations in my golf swing. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on, specifically on the takeaway, and then into the P3 section of like the mid backswing, and then how it's going to affect my top of the backswing. By improving those aspects, it should prevent or minimize my manipulation in the transition and the downswing, which therefore should make me a better player. Lots of ifs and buts, but if we're practicing the right things, we can all get better at this game. Guys, a lot of this video is going to be about my golf swing and some of the issues that I have with it, but I'm hoping that you guys can learn from it too. If you want me to have a look at your golf swing, the link to my Skillist profile app and a free swing analysis is down in the description below. As one of my YouTube friends, you will also get 25% off your first month subscription should you wish to continue taking lessons with me. Also, if you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, but sit back, enjoy. There's plenty of gold in this video that I think will add a lot of value to your game. So I'm going to be using HACKMOTION because I want to be able to get some numbers. I love seeing a bit of data and just really simple numbers as well. So to give you an idea, if I hit a golf shot, I'm going to go from setup, you can see my wrist angle is actually set at plus 36 in extension, okay? It's quite an extended position. What I need to get to the top of the backswing is around about plus 15. So I like to try and half it at the top of the backswing. And then as I come into impact, I want to see it closer to 0. So from start at plus 30 to impact 0. 30, 15, 0. That's what my goals are when I'm swinging the golf club. However, when I actually do swing my club and get it a little bit disconnected, you'll see setup plus 33, top of the backswing plus 43. I went into more extension because I got more disconnected as I got to the top. But what I managed to do, and I struck that incredibly well, by the way, that was a beautiful strike. I managed to get from plus 43 all the way down to plus 11 just from the top of the backswing to impact. So I'm able to manipulate myself. I'm able to hit a beautiful strike. I actually pulled it a little bit to the left with a slight overdraw, let's say. But again, that's me. That's me getting disconnected, dropping it inside, strengthening the face because it was weak at the top. And I just kind of flipped my hands over through impact and pulled it. So I'm able to get myself through a golf swing that's not as good as I think it should be. So one of the drills I'm going to use, and this is one of my favorites, because of that guided practice, it's telling me where my issue is. I'm too extended at the top. Okay, so then it's basically going to give me a top of the backswing drill, top drill. Set up, it gives me a quick intro as to what I need to actually do when I'm taking my setup. So it basically wants me to get to the top of the backswing, wants me to feel the correct position, wants me to move my wrist into the green zone, and therefore it makes it a lot easier for me to be stronger at the top and not have to manipulate it as much on the way down. What it's also given me there is a couple of swing thoughts. The weighted drill is like the old school classic, isn't it? So the weighted drill is focusing on the trail hand. So as I go up to the top of the backswing, I'm going to get my trail hand feeling like I'm pointing it to the sky. So I'm holding a tray of drinks. How that looks on my lead hand, which is obviously being measured, is as I get to there, that wrist angle is now actually in flexion, it's bowed. Now I don't want to be there, but I'm just trying to feel that position as an opposite feeling of that. Loose arm wrestle and watch face extension, I'm not massively familiar with, to be fair, but I am really familiar with the squeezing of the elbows. And I do this a lot with some of the guys that I coach as well. And you can use those, the Tour Striker balls or something very similar. You put a little ball in between your forearms. And as you get to the top, what that's doing there is keeping the forearms closer together and it's getting my wrist angles straighter. It's making my wrist angles hinge in the correct way. Whereas again, it's very easy to get disconnected. If that elbow comes away, I go into extension of my lead wrist. So straight away, it gives me a couple of swing thoughts to achieve what I'm trying to do with my numbers. Because sometimes it gets a little bit easy actually, just chasing the numbers, but not really feeling or fully understanding what it is you're actually doing. Right, so going into the drill, basically you can follow this as you look at it on your device. Stand still at address, it wants you to get a feel. Swing to the top of the backswing. There, I've got my wrist angles perfect. For me, there, I feel like I keep my elbows closer together. That's the feel that I like. If I do my normal takeaway position, I'm out of position, okay? And now it's going to want me to find the range. There we are. There we are, I feel that elbow just pushing in. Okay, I feel that elbow just pushing in towards my left elbow. Right elbow's coming in towards my left. Okay, set up again. There, I've got the elbows feeling like they're tighter in together. Try and go a little bit autopilot on this one, just to get a normal swing going. Oh, so I'm not quite there. So that was +7, and now I'm back into position. So I went into autopilot a little bit, and I didn't quite achieve it, but I wasn't far off in fairness. Set up again. Perfect. And what you just noticed there from there, the 5 reps that I've did, no hitting balls, I could probably do this without a golf club. There you go. So I don't even need a golf club. I can feel the positions without the club. So if you are traveling, if you are at home, you don't have space, you're in the living room, you live in an apartment, a flat, whatever it is, you can practice the correct positions just with this. If you were on the range, you could still hit shots with it. So you could take your setup, top of the backswing, and then hit through. Please carry the water. Damn it. These golf tips cost me a fortune sometimes. I forgot the water was there. So straight away, like me, you can practice correctly. I practice this genuinely, I practice this every day. I'm in my sim at home, I'm doing my online skillist coaching, and this thing comes out pretty much every day. I would say 3 out of my 5 working days, this is on my wrist for 15 to 20 minutes. Not long. I'm not going to stand there and say I do 2 hours of practice, because that is a lie. But what I'm able to do is just practice something specifically within my golf swing that I know was going to make a huge difference to my consistency when I know I'm not playing that as often as I would like. Guys, I hope this video has been a help. I hope you've been able to learn a few things, not only about my game, but about your game. When you're dissecting what you think is wrong with it, is that the problem, or is that the consequence of another problem? If you want to find out more about your golf swing and some coaching in general, the link to my Skillist profile is below. You guys can get 25% off your first month subscription. I'll tell you how to do that once you've followed me on there and DM me and drop me a message, and we can do our initial swing analysis to get you started. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next time.